G'day, how are you? Wolfie Rankin here. And today I'm not going to be reviewing vinyl. I'm going to be talking about a phone. Yeah, I got a new phone. Me. You know how a lot of people have like 8 or 9 smartphones throughout their time? They have to have the latest one all the time. Well, I'm not like that. I'm sort of like, well, I'm going to pay out for this phone and it's going to last me until it cucks it. And then I'm going to get a new one. Well, my other phone is the one that I just gave up using. Is this one here? That's my iPhone 3 GS. The GS isn't so important now, isn't it? Is it? Now the thing is, why I've given this up is because basically it doesn't know me anymore. My Apple ID doesn't work. I think there's a lot of stuff at my Apple site which I can't download now. I can't update my apps because I can't access iTunes, which I hate. I hate iTunes with a passion. It's just bloatware that sits on your machine and it directs everything to where it wants to put things, not where I want to put things. And it just makes me real angry. So, bye-bye iTunes when I update it. But Facebook doesn't work on the phone anymore, so I'm kind of stuck, and I didn't really know what to do, and I just went, well, you know, here I am, and I've got this. And one of the things I am is a bit of a photographer, as you probably know if you've been following me. And this has got a 2 megapixel camera in it, which is a little bit piss weak, you know. It's always been a bit piss weak, but Apple fans would have told you, oh, it's got a 2 megapixel camera when it came out, you know. But, you know, Barbie products had 2 megapixel cameras in them. Anyway, that's that. What have I got now? Well, I've got this. This is a really super phone. It's a Galaxy Note Edge, and it's got, why it's called the Edge, it's got this really quite remarkable. I'm just going to put my password in here so I can open it up and show you. Yeah, it's got this. It's got this little curvy bit down the side here, which is like where you can operate things from. Okay, so you can roll it around. At least it's not going to work now because I'm on the camera. Yeah, there. And you can get your weather updates. Oh, I've touched something. See, that's a problem with it. And I'm going to get to that in a minute. But you can roll that around and you can get updates and things like that. So there's like your weather and there's updates from the news, and there's other things that it can do as well. Now, one of the things about it is it's so new that there isn't a case. Now, that's a problem because you have to hold it kind of like that by the edge. Otherwise, you're going to touch something. In fact, a funny story I'm going to tell you. I signed up for Tumblr some time ago, and I've got a lot of people on Tumblr that I follow. And, you know, some people on Tumblr, they're not quite like people on Facebook, right? They'll post porn every so often, you know. So I was in the taxi going into Melbourne, and the taxi driver was asking me about phones. And I said, well, you know, I've just got this one. And I handed it to him, and he accidentally pressed Tumblr. And it showed him some gay porn. And he was driving. Lucky we didn't crash. But yeah, handling this without touching the icons is really hard. And people will say, oh, you know, it's a thin phone, isn't it awesome? Yeah, but you can't hold the thing, and you're going to drop it. And it means you're going to have to go to the shop and buy a whole new phone. Now, the iPhone was quite thin too, but I put it in this spec case, and this spec case has saved this phone so many times. I don't know how many times I've dropped this phone, and luckily it's landed on the edge or the back or something, and the screen's never cracked, which is just fantastic. I would buy a spec case again for that phone if I could, but they don't really have very good cases at the moment for it. So yeah, and it's the edge that's kind of making it a little bit hard for manufacturers to sort of push them out, apparently. But I'm going to get a basic one just to protect the phone. But you know, I can grip this. This is good. I can hold it like, and I know it's not going to fall out of my hand. But that thin blade thing, you know, our hands just aren't there to hold things like that, made to hold things like that, you see. So I'm a little bit turned off by the thinness and having having to hold this thing like, you know, just right at the edge and trying desperately not to trigger any applications. That is my dog Jet, by the way, which I took a photo of. Beautiful, beautiful photos, beautiful video. And I am a camera nut, so, you know, cameras everywhere with me. I've got cameras all over the place. But, yep, very good video. But I'm going to show you something about that too. Now, if you've got a Galaxy, okay, and I think the other versions would probably do this as well. You go to your camera, which is here. And you'll go to the gear up the top, which is the settings, and there's 3 dots at the top. Can you see that? Don't know whether you can, but it's kind of on the top corner. Just press that, and you'll see recording mode. Okay, it's kind of not very clear, but it's actually there. It's recording mode. And you hit that, and you'll get a selection of choices. And down the bottom, you'll see smooth motion. Now, that's what I used for my sample video that I made yesterday. Anyway, I made this quick video. Now, I didn't see any slow-mo as such on the video. I loaded it up into onto the computer and then into Sony Vegas, which is a popular video editor that most of you would be familiar with. And I edited it. And I didn't see anything weird about it. I didn't see any evidence that there was any slow-mo. Apparently, it's supposed to film extra frames per second. Whether that is true or not, it didn't actually seem to show. The videos looked quite normal to me. I put some music underneath the whole thing and put a little logo in the corner. Looked great. Uploaded it to YouTube. I played it on YouTube, no evidence of slowdown whatsoever, and it just looked completely normal. Didn't look like slow-mo until it was on YouTube and until I was watching it from YouTube on that device. So I don't know what's going on. So I'm really baffled by that. Now, other than that weird bug, it's about the only thing that I found that I didn't like. I really love the phone. It's very, very good. Look, you'll see lots of videos about it on YouTube already. You don't need me to go through the whole lot, but I'm just giving you my opinion on what I think the phone is like. Now, if you're the kind of person who has been constantly upgrading their phone, you might not notice much difference, and you might go, oh, you know, it's not as good as the last one. The last one had this and it had that and the other. But me, I'm coming from the 3GS. There is a vast gap of technological changes between that phone and this phone. So for me, it's a big step up. The phone was quite expensive. It was about $1,000. But for me, that was probably a money saver. And I'll tell you why. Because I was thinking about getting myself another laptop, which I kind of, in a way, don't really want to buy. I didn't really want a tablet, because the problem is with a tablet is that they're huge and they don't fit in your pocket. You can't take them with you, and they don't do phone calls. So that was something that wasn't really practical. Anyway, this ticked all the boxes, and when I saw it in the shop, I sort of went, wow, you know, because there is that gimmicky thing about it, but it really is a nice phone. There is something that I would like to say about one of the things that has been happening on my 3GS and hasn't been fixed, surprisingly, on the new phone, and that is I can be logged into the Facebook app and the G Plus app, and then someone on Twitter will say, hey, did you see this news about such and such? And they'll provide a link. So I'll click it, and then when I go to that page, there's usually a little Facebook sharing icon down the bottom. And what happens is I click that, and then it brings up a web page for Facebook, and it usually goes through the native browser, whatever it might be. And then it says, you must log into Facebook. But I am logged into Facebook via the app. Why can't phones go, hey, he's logged in via the app. Therefore, since he has already provided his password, how about I just go straight in and let him add the link? Like, I should be able to, surely. And the other thing about Facebook, the app on Facebook, I would have thought this would have been fixed by now too. But if I was to copy and paste a link, G Plus does this. I can go to G Plus and I can drop the link there, and it reads the link and it provides a picture and something about, a little bit of a story about what I'm posting, and then I can post it. But Facebook just goes, duh, and leaves the link there. It doesn't show you a picture. It doesn't do anything. And it's just dead in the water. And I post that, and because it's just a link, and it doesn't sort of represent anything, people look at it and go, oh, well, I don't want to look at that. So fix that, please. Anyway, that's it for me, Wolfie Rankin. If you want me, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, and I'm on Google+. Just go around and look for me. And if you want to know anything about this phone, or whether I'm still happy with it in a week from now, or more, just ask and I'll fill you in. And that's all. See you later.